you've been thinking, I need a new job, but you're not sure what kind of role you want, you're not alone. I work with accomplished professionals who are successful on paper, strong experience, solid careers, and yet feel restless, disconnected, or unsure about what's next. They scroll job boards, update their resume and maybe even apply, but nothing feels quite right. And here's what most people don't realize: when you lack clarity, every role starts to feel wrong. And the longer you stay in that place, the more exhausting it becomes because you're trying to make decisions without a direction. This isn't a job problem, it is a clarity problem. And in this session, I am going to walk you through a simple way to reset your career clarity so that you can make decisions that are intentional instead of reactive. Today, I am going to help you find your career themes because themes create direction and titles just create options. This is your 3-step EDGE framework career clarity reset. Step 1, identify what's no longer working. Step 2, define what growth means now. And step 3, focus on themes, not just titles. I'm going to coach you through this entire process. And if you are serious about your career growth, stay for the entire session. You will be glad you did. So let us look at step 1. Identify what's no longer working. Before you decide on what you want next, you have to be honest about what isn't working now. So here's what you do. Write this down. What drains your energy? What are you doing that you've outgrown? And what are you tolerating that you don't want to tolerate anymore? Here's your exercise. Write down 3 things you're done tolerating in your career. 3 things that you don't want to tolerate anymore. And step 2, define what growth means right now. Growth changes as your life changes. At different stages of your career, growth could mean scope, it could mean leadership, impact, stability, or freedom. So here's the exercise that I want you to do. Complete this sentence. At this stage of my career, growth looks like, and fill it out. Fill out what growth looks like. Just one sentence. Don't overthink it. Step 3, focus on themes, not job titles. Now, here's where a lot of smart professionals get stuck. They jump straight into the job title. They start thinking, should I be a manager, a director, or a consultant, a program lead? But titles do not create the clarity you need. They create options. And too many options without a direction just creates overwhelm for you. So instead of chasing titles, I want you to focus on themes. Themes are patterns that show up when you're at your best. The kind of work you want to do repeatedly, the type of problems you want to solve, and the kind of impact you want to have, regardless of your job title. Here's a quick example of job title thinking versus theme thinking. Let's say someone tells me, I think I should apply for project manager roles, program manager roles, operations manager, maybe even product manager. That sounds productive, but it actually is a sign that they are unclear. Now, watch how clarity shows up when we switch themes. So instead of titles, I want you to say, I want to lead cross-functional teams or to lead cross-functional work. I want to improve broken processes. I want to work on initiatives with visible impact. I want to influence decisions, not just execute tasks. Now, here's the difference. Those themes can show up in several titles, and that's a good thing because now you can evaluate any job by asking, does this role let me do my themes most of the week? Do this exercise to find your themes. So here's the exercise. Write these 4 prompts down quickly and answer them, right? The work I'm proudest of usually involves, see what it is. I lose track of time when I am, see what that is. People rely on me for, in my next role, I want to do more of this and less of that. Circle the repeated words, and those repeats are your themes. Once you have your themes, job titles stop feeling confusing because you're no longer guessing, you're filtering. Now I'm going to give you a 7-day simple and executable action plan. So here's how I want you to use these over the next week. Day 1 to 2, complete step 1 and step 2. Day 3, do the theme exercise and identify 3 to 5 themes. Day 4, create a list of roles, titles that match your themes. And day 5, pressure test it by reading 3 job descriptions and checking. Here are the questions. Do I get to do my themes most of the week? On day 6 to 7, reflect and choose a direction before applying anywhere. Pay attention to this. Where did I hesitate? Where did you feel immediate clarity? That hesitation is the information that you need. And that is the clarity signal. Career clarity shapes everything. The roles you pursue, how you position yourself on LinkedIn, and how you speak in interviews. When you have clarity, you stop chasing and you start leading your career. So watch my last video, how recruiters actually find you on LinkedIn. And if this kind of structured career guidance is helpful, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to my channel, and this is where we turn insight into action. I will see you in my next video.